Good morning, Onton, and happy Easter. I am standing in the cemetery just across the road from our church here in Onton because it was in a place very similar to this that the glory of God was revealed that first Easter morning. The glory of God revealed through the empty tomb. The glory of God revealed through the appearance of our resurrected Savior. Join with me as I read from Matthew chapter 28. After the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And suddenly there was a great earthquake. For an angel of the Lord descending from heaven came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning and his clothing white as snow. For fear of him the guards shook and became like dead men. But the angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid. I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has been raised as he said. Come, see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has been raised from the dead, and indeed he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him. This is my message for you." It was Sunday, the first morning after the Sabbath, the time when Mary Magdalene and the other Mary decided to fulfill their last act of love for their fallen teacher and master. You may recall that Jesus' crucifixion ended so abruptly that there wasn't time to prepare and anoint the body. So on this, the first morning after the Sabbath, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary got up. Mark and Luke's gospel tell us that they had spices and they set out on their way to see the tomb. We can imagine what they might have expected to find. Grief over the loss of a loved one. Hopelessness at the thought of promises that they thought had maybe gone unfulfilled. Despair visibly being reminded of the torturous death that Jesus had suffered. Of course, instead of these, we know that they encountered a mighty display of God's miraculous hand. As an angel came down from heaven, rolled back the stone, sat on it. It was such a glorious sight that the guards that had been posted there, they fell out. They became as dead men. But not Mary and Mary. Instead, they were enraptured. And the angel said to them, "Don't be afraid. I know who you're looking for. Jesus, the one who was crucified. But he's not here. He has been raised just as he said. Come and see the place where you saw those people lay his body just a couple days ago. But go quickly and tell his disciples that he has been raised. And that just as he said to them a few days ago, he will meet up with them in Galilee." Friends, I want us to reflect on this for just a moment. Are there times in your life where God has taken you from despair to utter joy? Because he can do that. It's not always in great miraculous ways like we witness in the garden on Easter morning. But sometimes it is. Sometimes God shows us the full capability of his power. And when we have experienced that, it is our obligation to share that with other people. Because there are people looking for something. They may not even know what it is, but we, the followers of Christ, are those called not only to revel in his glory, to see the miracle and God's glory revealed in the empty tomb, but to share that testimony with others. What I don't want you to miss is that the angel in the story was sent for us. You see, the angel didn't come to roll back the stone so that Jesus could be let out of the tomb. Jesus had already been raised from the dead and was out of there. No, the angel was sent to roll back the stone so that we could see that the tomb was empty. As we prepare for our morning worship, I want you to remember that, but I want you also to remember that the empty tomb is not the end of the story.